The Chicago Bears will head to Minnesota this weekend, looking to avenge a Week 1 loss to the Vikings. The Bears, currently 3-point underdogs for this NFC North matchup in NFL Week 11. In this video, I will be telling you which team you should be betting on Sunday. What's going on, everybody? Brian Power here. Many of you already know me. I'm now happy to report you can also find me right here at Picks and Parlays. Don't forget to grab your Weekend Warrior Pass. As you can see on the screen right now, this weekend, you can get all of my football plays. That's the complete college card on Saturday and the complete NFL card on Sunday for just $49. Plus, as a special bonus, we'll throw in Monday Night Football free of charge. Now, let's talk about the Bears versus the Vikings, shall we? As many of you likely remember, the Vikings beat the Bears all the way back in Week 1. That was a come-from-behind effort on Monday Night Football. For much of the first three quarters of that game, Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy played quite poorly. It was his first career start, but again, the Vikings did rally for a 27-24 win as 1-point road favorites. Of course, that was also Ben Johnson's first game as an NFL head coach for Chicago. Since that time, Johnson and the Bears have really turned things around. They come into this Sunday's rematch having won 6 of their last 7 games overall and are now tied with the Lions for first place in the division. If the playoffs started today, which they obviously do not, the Bears would be in. So you've got a hot team playing with revenge and getting points. Got to take the Bears here, right? Wrong. I'm here to tell you that this Bears team is a complete fraud. Yeah, their record 6-3 on the year, but they have a negative year-to-date point differential, and there are only 7 teams with the worst yards per play differential. Turnover luck has been prevalent in the Windy City as well. This Chicago defense ranks number 1 in the entire NFL in EPA gained from turnovers. Meanwhile, the Chicago offense is number 1 in least amount of EPA lost from turnovers. It is not often, if ever, you see something like that. If you'd like that spelled out in more layman's terms, the Bears' current turnover margin of plus 14 is easily tops in the league. As a matter of fact, no other team has a turnover margin greater than plus 8. The Vikings have the 3rd worst turnover margin in the league, so they'll need to be careful with the football on Sunday. J.J. McCarthy in particular, he's thrown 6 interceptions in 4 starts. That did give me some pause here on wanting to back the Vikings in this spot. Something else they'll need to clean up is penalties. In last week's 27-19 home loss to the Ravens, Minnesota committed 8 false starts. That's the most in any game by a home team since 2009. Guys, at home, you shouldn't be committing that many false starts. That being said, I still trust head coach Kevin O'Connell and this Vikings coaching staff. Don't forget, it was only 2 weeks ago. The Vikings went into Detroit and beat the Lions 27-24 as 9.5-point underdogs. Meanwhile, division games have not been kind to the Bears. Quarterback Caleb Williams, he's just 1-7 straight up versus the rest of the NFC North, including 0-2 this season. Since 2020, the Bears have the 2nd fewest number of division wins in the entire league, just 7. They've lost 8 of the last 9 times they've faced the Vikings. Let's also not forget, this Chicago team probably should have lost at home to the Giants last week. They trailed 20-10 with less than 5 minutes remaining. And remember that the G-Men, already without running back Cam Scatterbo, lost quarterback Jackson Dart to a concussion. Incredibly, the Bears have now come back to win 3 of the last 4 games where they trailed entering the 4th quarter. That doesn't even include a wild fish at Cincinnati 2 weeks ago. Another thing to remember, 3 weeks ago, this Bears team went to Baltimore and lost by 2 touchdowns to Tyler Huntley. So what I am saying is that I am not a believer in the Chicago Bears. Here are a list of the 6 teams the Bears have beaten this season: Cowboys, Raiders, Commanders, Saints, Bengals, Giants. It's not a single team with a winning record, guys. All 6 teams 20th or lower in my power ratings. Now, I understand that the Vikings don't have a winning record. They come in at just 4-5, but their last 4 games, they've been against the Eagles, Chargers, Lions, and Ravens. And unlike the Bears, the Vikings had to face a Ravens team that had Lamar Jackson. So lay the field goal here with Minnesota. Well, I don't necessarily believe the Vikings are going to go on a big winning run the next 2 months. The Bears are just a team I want to fade consistently down the stretch. Smash that like button if you agree. Comment down below with any thoughts. No matter your opinion, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Before I go, one last reminder about the Weekend Warrior Pass. That will get you all of my football plays for this weekend for just $49 plus as a special bonus. We do throw in Monday Night Football free of charge. I am a red hot 80% to start November in college. Let's just rehash some of the thoughts we had here, guys, on Bears Vikings before I sign off. Again, it's been turnover luck carrying this Chicago Bears team through this winning run where they've gone 6-1 the last 7 games. Their current turnover margin plus 14, easily number 1 in the league this season. No other team has a turnover margin greater than plus 8. Turnover margin is something over time it does tend to even out. The Vikings, as I mentioned as well, they're on the other end of that turnover spectrum, 3rd worst turnover margin in the league. But I do think that again, turnovers tend to even out, regress towards the mean. So I think the Vikings turnover luck will improve down the stretch. The Bears, conversely, will regress. So there you have it. Vikings -3 is my official lean for this NFC North battle. Again, smash that like button if you agree. Comment down below with any thoughts or questions you may have. I'll be checking back on this video later in the week to answer any questions you may have. Fire them away. That's going to do it for me. Now, let's go ahead and check out this latest video.